Everyone you know will be an entrepreneur by 2030. I know how that sounds. And I know that you're already pushing back and giving me your debates and your arguments, but I have hard facts for you today. Stay with me for the next 8 minutes because the data does not lie. And by the end of this episode, you will have enough information to understand why this is happening and what it means for you specifically, especially if you are a risk-adverse person. In a world full of problems, I dare you to be a problem solver. My name is Sharon. This is the ultimate problem solver. Let's do it. Let me give you the data first, because this is not a prediction, it's already happening. The World Economic Forum's Future of Job reports found that 80 million jobs will be displaced by AI and automation by 2026. Guess what year it is? That number is now being revised upwards as the rate of AI adoption accelerates far beyond what they expected. McKinsey research suggests that up to 30% of tasks currently being performed in 60% of occupations can be automated by existing technologies. They are not waiting for these technologies to be invented. Can be performed and automated with existing technologies. In the UK, self-employment has grown by 50% in the last 2 decades. And that is specifically shocking because the UK tends to be far more risk adverse than America. And so in the UK that we call bad vibes for entrepreneurs, which it really is sometimes, and is risk adverse, if the rate and the number of entrepreneurs and self-employed people have increased by 50% in the last 2 decades, if that's happening, then my premise is accurate, that we have arrived into the age of the entrepreneur. People with portfolio careers has grown every single year for the last 15 years consecutively. What is a portfolio career? Multiple streams of income. You are a 9-to-5er, but you're consulting on the side. You are a 9-to-5er, but you have a speaking career. You don't have one single employer. You have multiple clients and you serve multiple people outside of your traditional role. That is what a portfolio career is. And yes, a person with a portfolio career is an entrepreneur. The 9-to-5, 5 days a week, single employer, defined pension, that career path is not dying. It's already dead. This is its funeral. I'm joking. It's already dead. A significant proportion of the population is steering away from that. Call it lack of job security, call it whatever you want. But all I'm saying to you is that the age of AI has issued in the age of entrepreneurship. Without a doubt. Here's the part that most people are talking about wrongly. This is not a crisis. So turn off the alarm bells, sit down, calm down, smell some chamomile, relax. It's not a crisis. It is, in fact, the largest transfer of economic power from institutions to individuals in the history of the modern economy. I think it's good news. It depends on how you see it. I would like you to see it as good news. You're a builder, you're an architect, you're a thinker, you are a doer. This is good news for you, for me, for us. The people who understand this, the people who will see it for what it is and position themselves right, will not be victims of the change. They will be the architects of this change. I sound so motivationally speakery, but it's true. This is the age of the entrepreneur. It's not a trend. It's not a moment. It is a shift in how the world works. It's a shift. You have read and you have heard, and your parents and grandparents have told you about monumental changes that happened in human history. You are living through yours. And the power is in your hands. It is an empowering moment for you as an individual. Things that institutions could claim that only them can provide, and we're the only ones who can provide this value. Only an institution, only a 50-man institution, only a 100-man institution can provide this level of value. You can do that as a single human creature. It is the moment of the individual. It is the moment of the individual. It is your empowerment season. I sound like a Pentecostal pastor. Somebody give me a mic, and I do have a mic. Don't worry about it. My personal observation is this. A lot of people will start to feel that they are useless. They are not needed anymore. You will say to yourself, well, if automation can replace my job, then what is my use? You might feel dejected, downtrodden, all the other D words, depressed. I don't think that's what it calls for. Okay, so step away from the ledge, people. I don't think that's what it calls for. I had a moment like that, where I was like, oh my God, what do you mean by that? What do you mean that the reportings that I do at board level, what do you mean that you can create an AI who can do that? What? I had a moment like that. It lasted 2 seconds. 2 weeks, but you get it. It didn't last long, that's my point. Because I went from, oh my God, what? To how can I make myself more valuable? This is a moment where, whilst many people are going to be useless, for lack of a better word, more people, the quality of the people who are in demand is increasing. So it's not enough for you to be a disgustingly knowledgeable, that trend. We need to call the police on that trend. This is how to be disgustingly knowledgeable. It's not enough for you to be disgustingly knowledgeable. You have to have the knowledge, know when to apply it, how to use it on AI, how to engineer the AI to do the work. You need to know how to work with AI. You need to get AI to work for you. That means that the people who are in demand, their quality, the stuff, the source of the person in demand is increasing. That means that if you fall behind, do you know what that says about you? I'll let you fill in the gap. If the quality of humans in demand is increasing and you fall behind, it tells us one thing about you. You did not have the stuff of legends to start with. We should clip that and post it. Yeah, I like that. Listen, that's the truth. You should be upskilling and upgrading yourself. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here. Talking to you. Because the career I have for 10 years, there are 2 very specific AIs and machines that can do what I do. What I was getting paid high numbers, 6 figures to do. There is some random person inside a computer that can do that now. But you know what it can't do? It doesn't have my personality. It doesn't have my quality of leadership. It doesn't have my ability to rouse my department, to encourage, to prompt, to push, to work with, It doesn't have me, because I have never been an empty shell of knowledge. That's not what I was for 10 years in corporate. I wasn't just an empty shell of knowledge. I was more than that. I could lead teams. I could encourage people. I could dispense knowledge in a timely fashion, and I knew what knowledge to apply when. That's called wisdom. An empty shell of knowledge will not survive. You're right about that. Sorry, that was supposed to be more encouraging than I don't know what that was. It was supposed to be like a moment where I look into the camera and I'm just like, wow, like camaraderie, we're in this together, kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Do you know what, when we edit it, we'll just insert some really emotional music behind it, so it can, I don't know, man, I don't know. Hey, leave me alone. What does it mean for you? 3 things. 1, 2, 3 things. Oh my god, did you watch that movie? Inglourious Bastards, is that how it's pronounced? Whatever. The scene where someone had to order for something 3 and he did 3 like this, or was it like this? And that's how they spotted him, because he didn't know that the Germans, they say 3 like this. Your job was to infiltrate the Germans and you couldn't learn the basic knowledge that they said 3 like this, the Germans. That was a useless piece of information, but I said 3 and then it made me think about ADHD. What does this mean for you? 3 things. Wow. Wow. I'm working on it. I'm not. Sorry. Number 1. The skills that matter most are changing. The most valuable skill in the age of the entrepreneur is not coding. It's not social media, because apparently Claude, don't get me started on Claude. I might actually go into a full-on Claude rant. You didn't pay for that. You're not paying for this. I'm going to go on a Claude rant. Apparently Claude, Claude can go into your social media and do your social media stuff. So it's not coding, it's not sales, it's not social media. It's problem solving. Yeah, of course she's going to say that, because the show is called The Ultimate Problem Solver. Yeah, that, but also it's actually problem solving. Everybody isn't a salesman. The ability to identify a problem that exists in the world, design a solution, present and package that solution in a way that people are willing to pay for it. These 3 things AI can't do. AI can't speak to us with conviction, can't package it, can't sit down in a meeting and have a conversation with this person and tug at their heartstrings. That's the P. The P. AI might be able to manufacture a lot of S's, but the implementation of those S's is still in your hands. AI might be able to dispense K's, a lot of knowledge, a lot of research and data, truly. It's great for that. But the organization of all of those little pieces of knowledge, the organization and the implementation at the right time, the wisdom is in your hands. And this is a good time to remind you that there are 8 forms of knowledge, and AI cannot participate in about 20% of them. You're looking for the forms of knowledge. Number 2, the window to build is right now. Every major economic shift has a window. It's a window where the old rules no longer apply, and the new rules have not been written yet, because we're still trying to figure out what's going on. That is the best time. I need to inject my grandmother's accent for you. That is the best time to build. The old rules no longer apply, and the new rules are still being figured out. Everybody is confused, darling. This is the best time to build. And I'm not saying you should be a startup founder or anything. Remember, an entrepreneur is someone who solves a problem. An entrepreneur is someone who sees a problem, can identify it, and solve the problem. It is the people who move in this window that will build the institutions of the next era. We are in that window right now. The question is, are you moving or are you just watching? Because if you're just watching, you know what that makes you. The worst thing a person could be on earth, a damsel in distress. That's what that makes you. If you're watching, I'm so overwhelmed, oh my god, oh my gosh. Please, Serena Van der Woodsen. Please, Carrie Bradshaw. Please, Harold Gunderson. Please, spare us. Number 3, the barrier to entry has never been lower. The barrier to entry has never been this low. You can start a business today with your phone, a free website, and an idea. The tools that cost institutions and organizations millions of pounds 20 years ago are now available to individuals for free or near enough free. I'd like to ask you what's your excuse, but I'm so scared of you. I'm afraid you actually have one. Because I'm supposed to be like, oh, what's your excuse? And then you're supposed to be like, oh my god, I don't have one. But I'm so afraid of the fundamentally damsel in distress-esque issues that's going on out there in the world that I fear if I say, so what's your excuse? You're actually going to come up with one. I'm going to skip that part of this video, because you're not going to ruin my set. I'm sorry. I'd say that the only thing standing between you and building something real is the decision to start. Just start. There are enough people on the internet telling you to just start. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to be part of those masses. Start, don't start, decide, don't decide. I'm going to be here next week, same time. That wasn't very encouraging. That was supposed to be encouraging. Start. I know I said it doesn't matter if you start or don't start, but like start. Do something, try something, fail at something. Remember here, we actually like failures. We're proud of failures. People who start and fail startups, we're proud of failures here. We glorify them. We pedestalize failures here. On this platform, we pedestalize failures. Go fail at something. This is the age of the entrepreneur. And every week on Instagram, I am going to explain to you more and more why this is the age of the entrepreneur. Why by 2030, every single person you know will be an entrepreneur. So, you should follow me on Instagram. I think you should. I don't know. I think you should follow me on Instagram. Because here's the thing I believe very strongly. That the age of the entrepreneur is not coming for everybody equally. It is coming for those who are prepared for it, who will position themselves well for it. That's who it's coming for. And it's a great era. What a time to be alive. They're going to write about this for our kids. We're going to tell them when the world shifted from institutions and put the power in the common man. My God, what a time to be alive. I'm shocked that you're not galvanized by this. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, darling. I'm shocked. So what does preparation look like in TAP's formula? Systems plus people plus knowledge over time compounded by consistency multiplied by hard work. AI is just one speck of that formula. Systems. And the dispensation of knowledge, yes. But people, time and consistency, hard work. Oh, the power is so in your hands. The power is so in your hands. And that's why you're here at the Ultimate Problem Solvers podcast, because we're going to do it together. And my free gift for you is the series on Instagram. I'm so excited for you, from me, because we are going to do something that we could only have imagined before. Why? Because this is the age of the entrepreneur. Welcome. See you next week.
Tears.